right. Good morning, good morning, good morning, all. Wherever you are in the world, hopefully you are staying happy and safe and keeping those hands washed, getting those shots when need be. As usual, I have reached out to somebody on Twitter who has reached back out to me. He is a young man who is a football. Who are you still playing football? Are you?
No, I'm
Oh, okay.
retired
Okay.
now.
I was doing some Google searching this morning, and I was like, oh, he's still in it. He is a former football player from Grambling State in Louisiana. And we're going to talk about Grambling and Southern and the football games I used to go to when I was in Detroit, trying to figure out which college I wanted to go to. And then we have the Battle of the Bands
Oh
in
yeah.
downtown Detroit, and we go see that. He is a young man. He's a cook. He's an author. He is a chef. He is a trainer, correct? Personal trainer.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I will let him talk a little bit about himself and get started. We'll jump right in. Thank you for joining us today. Anthony Carter here with Visionaries and Truth Tellers. Tell us your name and give us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Giovanni Randolph. I'm 27 years old. I'm from a little town in Florida called Navarre. As you said, I played football at Grambling State all 4 years. I got my degree. I've been a vegan chef for about the past 4 years now. Mm-hmm. So 4 years at that. My main thing right now, I'm really just trying to explain what veganism is to everybody, because the reason I got into this, everybody has their own reason. Mine is really specific. And I started my whole brand just as a way to show all my homies how I've been doing the veganism thing, because they were like, how in the world could you possibly be doing that? I'm like, I got the tools, bro. So I just started showing them. And from there, you know what I'm saying, putting that kind of stuff on the internet, it just blew up. And I never expected it to be as big as it is. Not saying that I'm a big deal, but this thing has blossomed into something crazy.
Okay, very good. So that kind of leads me to my next question. So what are you most excited about right now? What thrills you right now?
Right now, I'm trying to use veganism as a caveat to like do more for my community and the world at the same time. So just seeing like how people have been able to take something that they're passionate about and generate like a living off of it, that excites me too. So I'll be able to, you know what I'm saying, wake up every day doing something that I actually enjoy, and it's going to be benefiting people that's from where I'm from and then the entire world. And like that, every day I wake up, that's what I focus on.
Okay. All right. So let's jump into the book. Tell me about the book. I have some questions about some of those sauces, but tell me about the book.
So my first book is called Breakfast Out the Mud, you know what I'm saying, which is a play on my brand name, Vegan Out the Mud. So it's about 15 to 20 vegan breakfast ideas, because my specialties are vegan seafood and breakfast. So I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying, the first part of the day, give people an idea on what you could eat for breakfast other than like cereal and biscuits and stuff. I gave them everything: crab cakes, biscuits and gravy. It's all kind of power bowls in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So tell me, I was going through it, and I was telling my mom about you, because my mom was one that got me into veganism, because she switched over in 2004 and has been trying to get me, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. And there were some things that I couldn't give up, or thought I couldn't give up. But luckily they are in your book. So when I saw crab cakes, I said,
oh yeah.
Because for me, there were a few dishes that were very difficult. I was like, okay, well, how is this going to work with crab cakes? How is this going to work with biscuits and gravy? How was this going to work with, there's something else you had in there that it's one of my, I saw something, but I know that when I saw the crab cakes, I said, okay.
And that's my specialty right there.
Okay. Okay, how did you figure that out with the crab cakes?
So it's a bunch of, when I dove into veganism, that was my main thing. Like, how do I recreate things that I enjoyed before I was vegan? So what you got to master with veganism is everything that you enjoy is this, at the base of it is the seasoning. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes a dish. Because if I just made a crab cake and I didn't put no Old Bay on it, and no mayonnaise, nothing, no kind of seasoning or nothing with flavor, it wouldn't taste like anything. We don't enjoy anything straight up. you at the minimum got to put at least salt on it. You know what I'm saying? So once I figured out the texture of making like flaky fish style dishes, all I had to do was use the exact same seasonings that I would use. So it was just trial and error, trying different things. I ended up using heart of palms, which I had never heard of before I went vegan. It's basically, yes, sir.
Okay.
Basically, it's an edible piece of a palm tree. You know what I'm saying? But when you when you like squash it, it flakes like crab and fish. So once you got the texture down, again, it's just seasoning it. You got crab cakes.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know where heart of palm came from. I've seen it. I was going to order it off Amazon. I've seen it. I thought, what is that? And we both live in California, and there's tons of palm trees. There's 3 of them in front of my house.
Yep.
I know that. I want to order some of that today. Okay, so I will be making crab cakes for dinner tonight using your
Enjoy
recipe.
it, man. And you can literally do anything that's like fish related. You can do it at Heart of Palms. I made fried catfish with them. I've made crab cakes. Like I said, I've made crab pasta with them before. Lobster rolls, anything.
Okay, can you use it for sushi?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. That was another thing I was trying to think of when I was that was another dish when I was trying to figure out when and how to go vegan. I was like, because I love sushi.
You know what's crazy? You can make vegan tuna with or salmon with either tomatoes or watermelon.
Really?
It's crazy. I've had it before. It's good. It's like, I don't know how. I haven't mastered that one yet.
Yeah.
But I've seen somebody do it before, and it's crazy what you can do with food. Because once again, it's just texture. So I don't know the process of doing it, but you can do it.
Well, okay. Well, if you can make palm trees into crab cakes, you can do
anything.
I'm gonna get that today because I have been, I went vegan September 1st, and I've been doing okay. But every so often, I'll start thinking about, and I think what it is, like you said, is the texture and the spices in the crab cake. And a lot of those spices I have in the house, and trying to figure out, okay, how do you get, if you know that it's not the real, quote unquote, real thing, right? But you know that it's better for you, get over it. And it's not gonna be, you're not eating it, but it'll trick your mind and your body because of the texture and the spices.
Exactly.
I know I've got so many spices in my house now. Once I switched over, I used to cook all the time, and then I stopped. And then once I went vegan, I started cooking a lot again. And now I'm just getting all these different spices, and there are things you can do that actually without salt that make food taste really good. Wow.
Crazy.
I want to find out about this tuna made out of watermelon. That is crazy. I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. So I'm gonna come back to that, but I want to ask a couple other questions. So tell me about a little bit more about you tell me about your first job, the first job you ever had.
Man, first job I ever had, I was making pizzas. You know what I'm saying? And that ended up, in getting used in my career now. Like, I make pizza all the time now, but working there taught me how to like toss dough and how to properly prepare pizza. So there was this little spot in my city called Hellenbach Pizza. That was my first job in high school. And yeah, I learned how to make nachos there too. So I'm professional with nachos and pizza.
So you've been doing this a while, okay?
Yeah, I never saw being able to make a career out of it, but it's crazy how things come back into play.
Yes. Okay, so let's keep going. So I like that. Tell me a little bit about, so you went to high school, you went to college at Grambling.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that experience, going to Grambling State.
It was an experience, to say the least, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely a culture shock, because like I said, I'm from Florida. I had never really been to Louisiana. So their music is different. The way that they talk and dress is different. It was crazy. And then I thought I'm from the country. Grambling is in the sticks. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? At least we got a beach where I'm at. No, nothing. You can't even get in the water over there. Yeah, but it was cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm really thankful I went to a HBCU. That did a lot for me, because where I stay at, like I said, I live like 45 minutes outside of Alabama. So it was cool being surrounded by a bunch of Black people. You know what I'm saying? That did wonders for me. I learned a lot of like history that I obviously wouldn't have learned if I had just went to South Alabama or Florida State. I was at Grambling during the dark days of the football team, during the protests and all that. That was my junior year, but I won a championship my freshman year. You know what I'm saying? I met people that changed my life. It was a good experience. You know what I'm saying? It was good times and bad times. There was some struggles out there, but it paid off. You know what I'm saying? I got a degree and I met my fiance.
Okay. That happens a lot when people go to HBCUs. I know a lot of folks. I went to Fisk in Nashville, Fisk University in Nashville.
Yeah.
From Tennessee State. So, and I know a lot of folks that met their, significant others when they were in college, and they meet, and it's kind of like a couple of goofy freshmen, and you're like, and then you're on Facebook, 30 years later, you're like, oh, they're still together.
Yeah. Man, it's crazy. Me and my fiance didn't even like each other.
Do you like each other now?
Yeah, it's okay,
all right.
Now. When we first met, I was not rocking with her. Like, this girl is annoying, bro.
Okay. What changed? What happened?
We just kept seeing each other. So my teammate and my best friend Ampy we were roommates, and he was dating her best friend. So her best friend would cook for us all the time. You feel me? So she just started coming over to eat. So we would see each other like every week, and then we just kept seeing each other, and then somehow she stopped being so annoying.
Okay. Is she there in the house now?
She is.
Okay. All right. Maybe you stop being so annoying. Maybe that's what this is really about, Giovanni.
If you ask her, that's probably what she'll say.
Yeah, that's probably, yes. Yeah, you're telling your version. I'm sure she's got a different take on it. Like, well, no, that's not how that happened at all. All right. Well, I'm happy for you. So, like I said, you guys are young. You're not even 30 yet, are you?
No, I'm 27.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel 30 though.
Okay. Oh, here we go. All right. Enjoy it. Like I say, you're 27. You blink, you'll be as old as me, and you'll be able to say, you'll hear something on the radio or see something on TV. You're like, oh, that's 30 years old. And like, how do I know that?
Oh man.
I mean, that's part of life. It's a circle of life. I hear stuff. I saw something yesterday. Somebody was playing a song, and I was thinking, I said, that was out when I was in college.
That's killing me right now.
Like playing it on the radio, and I was just like,
they starting to sample the songs that was out when I was in elementary and middle school, and I'm like, this is considered classic now.
Yeah. Well, interestingly enough, I have 9 grandkids. They're between the youngest one, the baby will be 9 in May. The oldest one is 22. And when you talk to them about music and culture and films, they start talking about something being old school. And I'm thinking, because of who I am, oh, you mean like old school, like Gladys Knight and the Pips and Aretha Franklin, the people that were making music in the 60s and 70s, because I was a kid then, and my parents would play it in the house. They're like, no. And they'll start talking about somebody, and I'm thinking, who? Or they'll start playing some music, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I don't know that's.
Listen, I'm past the TikTok era. I don't understand none of that. So I'm out the loop with all that's going on right now too.
Okay. Well, yeah, the TikTok, I thought that was for strippers, and people were telling me, they were like, no, that's for regular people. I said, oh, I thought it was for
Yeah, see, I'm out the loop too, brother. I have no idea. I got nieces and nephews that be doing all them dances and all that. Even my little sister, because she's 17, so she's still.
She's in high school.
Yeah, she's trying to convince me to do it. I'm like, listen, man, nobody wants to see me on there, bro. And I'm for sure not about to be dancing on the internet.
Well, if you're not gonna be in that dancing, I'm not. I'm 53, so I'm like, no, I don't want anybody to go. No.
Yeah, we out the loop, brother.
I've been out the loop. I've been out the loop longer than you. Okay. Oh, all right. Now that we've gone down memory lane, tell me about. So you say are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest.
Okay. It's just you and your sister that's 17?
No, I got my oldest little brother is 23. Then the youngest one is 20.
Mm-hmm.
And then my sister is 17.
So it's 4 of you guys. Okay. Okay. All right. So you're the big brother. Okay. You'll be stuck with that for life. I'm the oldest too. So
Yeah. Number one sons.
yep. Okay. So let me talk to you a little bit about you told me about what excites you, what you're thrilled about. I'm really happy that you put out these cookbooks. So what is your, if you could envision anything, if you or I could wave a magic wand right now, and tomorrow everything would be different for you in regards to your food, your cooking, the cookbooks, what would change? What would your life look like?
So I would have my second cookbook out. I'm working on that right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to, so what I'm doing right now is the books and my clothing line,
Mm-hmm.
they're generating all the money for the business. Then I want to take the business and invest in like the stuff that I need so I can start cooking for people, like actually doing pop-ups and stuff, because I don't have any of that, like a table, a tent, the proper burners and all that stuff. So I'm using all that as a caveat to generate that money. So once I generate that money, then I'll be able to travel and cook. From there, the money I make from cooking, I want to take that and, like I said, reinvest in the community. It's so much where I'm from that needs to be fixed. You feel me? I'm from a small town. It's like 40,000 people. Where I'm from. So, but there's nothing out there. And just, I would say probably like 90% of my friends, like, either got into like drugs really bad, or they're in jail or in prison. You feel me? Because there's literally no opportunity for you to grow where I'm from. You have to leave. And I don't think it should be like that, because, you know what I'm saying? I had great times growing up in Navarre. So I want to take that money and reinvest into the kids and show the kids, like, bro, think bigger than Navarre. Like, you got to get outside. So if it's not possible for people to get that mentality, let's put something in Navarre. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot of people who make enough money, or I guess they just don't have the idea to reinvest. But I'm trying to save the city, because I don't want the next generation to come up and be in the same situation I have, where I'm like, I don't even know who to invite anywhere because everybody's all messed up. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Without giving up too much information, like it's a lot going on back at home. So I'm trying to save the city. Then once I save the city, I'm trying to save the whole world. Like, I'm trying to fix homelessness, everything. And I'm gonna do it all through veganism and just spread the message and show people how to be more sustainable. And we got to take care of the planet, man, because we might not be here forever, but our kids gonna be here. And what I was always told when I was younger is you're supposed to leave the world better than it was when you came in. And I don't really see nobody doing that. So I want to be the one.
Okay. I like it. I'll buy it. That sounds great. So yeah, that's what the world would look like if you could wave a magic wand and change.
Yes, sir. We're going to have all kind of opportunities in the city. We're going to save the oceans. We're going to figure out how to be more sustainable with everything. And it's all going to start with this cookbook and my clothing line.
Okay. All right. I am going to I want to move us away from visionaries and truth tellers. And I want to talk about another reason that I contacted you, which is I'm a documentary filmmaker. And I am working on a film called Ask the Old Guy. And it's all about Black male health, right? And I started it because he went to the doctor a year ago. I just turned 52, and they wanted to put me on medication for high blood pressure. And I flipped out. And I said, "Oh no, I'm not. That's 20 years ahead of schedule, you know." And everybody that I talked to looked at me like I'd grown a second head and said, "Well, I'm surprised they didn't do that for you 10 years ago. You're 10 years behind the curve."
Right.
And it made me think. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, I said right.
And it made me think, well, Why is that? Why do we have to be medicated? And why do we have to, why do we have to have health issues? So my next set of questions is all around um, this movement you're talking about. Because in my opinion, it's a movement, right? Health, food is revolution, it's a movement, right? So I want to ask you questions about that. So thank you very much for being on Visionaries and Truth Tellers. Tell everybody where they can meet you, and then we'll move into something else. Tell everybody they can get in contact with you.
Man, you can go to my website, which is www.veganoutthemud.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at the number one VOTM. And if you want to follow me on Facebook too, I think it's just facebook.com/veganouttthemud. Oh, and I'm on YouTube as Vegan Out the Mud as well.
Okay, how many videos do you have on YouTube?
I have no idea. Probably 10. I need to be more active on YouTube, but everything that's not on YouTube is on Instagram. All my videos, the majority of my videos are on Instagram. I just haven't uploaded them to YouTube, but it's on there.
Okay, well, thank you for participating in Visionaries and Truth Tellers.
Thank you for having me.